So today I'm going to show you how you can change and update your keywords and categories on Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing for your book. So your page should look something like this. It will either be a Kindle or it will say paperback if it's a paperback. And as you can see, I've just put in test here, but that would be your book title, your subtitle, and you fill in all the other information, including description. And then this is the part that we're going to be discussing. So you can have up to 7 keywords for a book. You can see there are 7 boxes here. Now, when it says 7 keywords, those can either be single words or it can be a string of words, and it's preferable to do a string of words. You also here can choose up to 2 browse categories, and I'll explain what they are. So browse categories are a way for you to tell Amazon what your book is roughly about. They're not necessarily categories that will match up to an actual category on a book on Amazon. This is merely just a way of you telling Amazon roughly what genre your book is, and Amazon will then decide accordingly which 1 or 2 categories to put your book into. If you purchased keyword and category research from me on Fiverr, you will have received a document similar to this, and it will have gig and then the number of your order reference at the top, and it will have your book title here. Now here you can see it says keyword for both Kindle and paperback. Here I've provided all of the information. This is just an example. Obviously this will be personalized for your specific book. As you can see, there are 7 boxes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now what you need to do is you need to take each of these, and we're going to copy it, and we're going to paste it into here. And we're going to do that for all of them. Once you've pasted all 7 in, your keywords are complete. And now moving on to the categories. You'll notice that in the document I gave you, you will have something that looks like this, depending on if your book is already on Amazon or not. If it's already on Amazon, I probably have not given you this because you don't need it. But if your book is not yet on Amazon, I will have given you this. You can see it says here, 2 categories for KDP, for Kindle and paperback, not real categories for use during KDP setup only. These 2 categories are what you need for these 2 categories. So if I just go back to the document a second, here I've got non-fiction, self-help, personal growth, and self-esteem, non-fiction, self-help, personal growth, and success. So if I go on to here, non-fiction, scroll down to self-help, and then I'm going to select personal growth, so now you can see I've got success and self-esteem, which are these 2 categories. Okay, now that is just telling Amazon roughly that your book is about these 2 things. Obviously this will be personalized depending on your book. I am just using these specific categories as an example. Then you click save. Now you have 2 categories and 7 keywords. And then you just need to go through all of the steps, save and continue, and it will save. And then finally in the last step, which is step 3 of 3, you will see obviously it says publish your Kindle book, or it will say paperback book. Once you do that, it will send it to Amazon, and it can take up to 48, 72 hours for Amazon to publish it live. Once your book is live, Amazon will have automatically assigned your book to categories that will be something to do with these 2, because those are the 2 that you told Amazon. But we also want to add extra categories to your book. This is Kindle and this is paperback. You can have up to 10 categories on Amazon, and that is including these 2. So you can enter these, but you can also ask Amazon at a later date to remove these and add any 10 you want. So depending on how many categories you've paid for in your package, you can ask Amazon to add these. The way you do that is not through KDP. The way you have to do this is you have to email Amazon directly and ask them to add these categories. So once your book is live on Amazon, you can then add the extra categories. So on your KDP page, this is just an example, your book will appear something like this, and you will see you have an ASIN. This will only appear once your book is actually live. There is an ASIN, which is an identifying number, and there'll be one for Kindle and one for paperback. So copy whichever one you need. I'm going to copy this one for now because I'll need it in a moment. And then go up to help, and I'm going to open this in a new tab. So then I can keep this one open. On the left hand side, scroll down and get to this contact us button. Then go to manage your book and series, and then enter book details and upload book content, and then select the email option. In here, you can just delete this. You don't actually really need this. So what I would do is just write something like, hello, please can you add the following categories to my book with ASIN, and then paste in the ASIN that you want. Thank you. And then I would just copy and paste these and just copy all of these into the email. Once you've copied and pasted them all in, you can also then say, and for paperback with ASIN, and then you may need to go back and get to the ASIN for your paperback, which is here. Paste that in, and then go back to the document and do the same thing with these ones that start with books, because these are for paperbacks. And then you just need to copy and paste that in until you have all of them. Once you've done that for all of them, you'll have a quick email that says something like this, and then you can just press send message, and that will email Amazon, and they will then within a couple of days respond back, and they will have assigned your book to these categories. And if you give them 10 categories in total, it will override the 2 that you gave during setup. If you only give 5 categories, it will just add those 5 plus the 2 that you originally gave. If you add email only 2 categories, they'll add that, and you'll have 4 in total. It just depends on how many you email them with. They will do whatever you ask them to in these emails. If you've accidentally sent the same one twice or something like that, they will email and say, which one do you want to keep, which one do you want to remove, and you can make a decision accordingly. So there you have it. There was a video to explain how to update your keywords and categories on Amazon KDP. I hope you found this useful, and I hope to hear from you again in the future. Thank you. Bye.